Thank you. Well, greetings, my friends. Guess where I have arrived? Abu Dhabi in United Arab Emirates. That's crazy. I didn't quite expect that to happen myself. But you see, it's happening. Shukran. And if you may ask why am I here? Well, there were two factors which influenced this decision. The first one was that I was planning to spend this winter for different reasons. I was planning to spend this winter in North Africa. So I was in Egypt already, and I was thinking to go to Tunisia, and then I was hoping to get overland from Tunisia into Algeria, and from there into Morocco, and if the winter still isn't over, maybe even to go through Mauritania to Senegal and fly back to Europe from there. That was my kind of rough idea what I was thinking. But with all this COVID Omicron variant and all these things, many countries closed down again, including Morocco and other countries. So that was one reason which made me to think, what else can I do? And I was kind of thinking maybe to stay in Egypt for longer because it was very good there. But then I noticed from Sohaj airport in Egypt a Wizz Air airplane ticket for €8 to Abu Dhabi in United Arab Emirates. And I checked, well, it's open. It's possible to come in without quarantine. And from Abu Dhabi, it's possible to fly for 8 or 10 euros to Bahrain and to Oman. So that kind of got a light bulb going on in my head. So I checked all the things, and you see I'm here. I still don't know where I will be going next, but well, I do know that from Abu Dhabi I will stay 2 days in Abu Dhabi, 1.5, well, 2 nights. And from here I'll be flying to Oman, to Muscat in Oman. But from there I still don't know what will be my next steps. What I do know is that I probably won't stay here for a long time because it is not exactly the cheapest places in the world. But we'll see. This far everything seems to be very good. Yeah, it is true what they write online about the long lines, long queues in Abu Dhabi airport. Well, I thought this will be the end of the line. I mean, that desk. No, it's just the beginning of it. You don't see the end. And when I filmed the last shot behind that corner, I was already been standing for a good while, for I don't know, 100 meters more probably already. So yeah, sometimes it's true what internet says about things, and don't think that I'm doing such a thorough research about all things. No, far from that. I will be sleeping in this airport tonight, so I was just doing a quick search about sleeping in airports, about this specific airport. Is it possible to sleep here, before I decided to go for that. And there I noticed also that note about the long queues in Abu Dhabi airport, which turns out to be very true. You see? You don't see the end even almost. And we are halfway through probably only. And that's where the snake starts, the zigzagging line, which usually is the only thing where you have to wait in a queue. So all that zigzagging, snaking, and now starts the real queue, which goes forever. Well, we Latvians have a saying, where there are sheep, there will be shearers, those who shear the wool from these sheep. I have noticed wherever, in which countries there are big money, there all the COVID businesses flourish. Look at this. These are COVID testing stations, and United Arab Emirates, at least Dubai, no, sorry, not Dubai, Abu Dhabi Emirate, requires testing for everybody who comes. Just to exit the airport you need test. And there on that side there are even more. And no matter if you have a test done today in other country, you have to do a test. But it's paid by the government, so it's free for us. So it is government and taxpayers' money who get milked in this way. Yeah, sad. But that's what happens. I have noticed it's kind of similar with the same thing on a personal level, how it works. The richer you look as a person traveling a cheap country, the more you attract attention of those who want to sell you something, extort some money out of you, beg, whatever. And for the countries it's the same. The richer is the country, the more COVID businesses, I don't know how to describe these things, are getting grip over their governments and getting the legislation passed so that the country must spend huge amounts of money. On those countries where there are no big money, it's quite a big freedom, like in Egypt it was, because nobody is trying to extort some COVID money out of them because there's no money. Here it's a different story, even crazier than Europe, because here's more money than Europe. I am now in the search of a good place where I could sleep overnight. What do you think about that corner? I walked quite a lot, but I don't see any benches or anything without these handlebars, or what do you call them? These things which doesn't allow you to sleep. And I was thinking also under there, but it's probably not a very good idea because this testing center will open, well, on 7 only. But still, it's a crew testing center. Yeah, nothing very especially good, but kind of usable maybe. That's here. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of sleeping in airports. This is kind of off the path, maybe quieter place, but very military place, like there is Department of Transport, Armed Forces, Ports Management, airlines offices. I wonder when they open, probably also, or maybe not very early in the morning. I went also to mosque, and it would be a very good place to sleep with well, I probably shouldn't be saying it, I don't want to offend anybody, but you know, technically there are carpets and there are a big heap of mats, so I could use like 15 of these mats and make a proper bed. But there was written with big letters, that sleeping in mosque is prohibited, so I will not try to annoy them and do it. So, what about this place? This seems to be unused door, since this is in a way, and there could be a place where I could sleep on. How cold is it? Kind of okay. I need to dress very warm and maybe then it's okay. And there are toilets as well, which is nice, added comfort. Let's think about it. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of sleeping in airports, but in a situation when you arrive after midnight and it's quite far from the center of the city and I don't know how to get there without using taxi, and the cheapest of all accommodations cost you 42 euros per night. What better options can you suggest, my friends, than sleeping somewhere here? I can't imagine. And I couldn't find any place where I could hang my hammock as well. Like everything is very sterile, clean, and there's nothing to tie around my ropes and my hammock. So yeah, I'll probably be getting dressed as warm as I can and sleep just on the floor. Don't know what better idea I could have. I walked quite a bit, but I didn't find any better place. And this must be at least quiet, if nothing else. Okay, friends, that's it for today. And I'll see you in the morning when we try to explore a bit of Abu Dhabi. What do you think? See you then.